anytime you land into failure after this video, you will actually be into a better position to use it as your strongest advantage for the success that is to come. So, all right. So, how have you been doing when it comes to failure? I want to make it easy for you that in this short time I'm with you, you must go home with a better understanding of what failure is, and in that way you will be having an opportunity to use any time that you find yourself into failure as your stepping stone for the next kind of great success you're supposed to use to achieve. So anytime you land into failure after this video, you will actually be into a better position to use it as your strongest advantage for the success that is to come. So, what is failure when it comes to business? Uh, Failure, especially for the high achieving entrepreneurs, uh, it means something totally different. When you're high achieving, failure comes in two ways. In the first way, it is that failure is broken into two words. One is fail, another one is ure, to combine it being failure. And in the Old English language, ure meant it was a word that was attached to any word that involved action. So ure meant that the action that involves the process to give the result. So anytime you're taking action, the first steps are supposed to be of failure. Yeah. Anytime you're taking action, the first steps, I'm not saying that momentarily all the steps will be taken, but the first steps are to failure. Why? Failure, when you understand failure, you really understand that failure is actually the best foundation for which a person in business can understand the kind of wisdom they need to know to achieve the greater success they you are preparing for. So, let's say your dream, your vision was to make sure that you have around, let's say, 200 people subscribing to your software that is priced at 200 US dollars per month. But then in the first month, you don't achieve the success, the results you're supposed to achieve. Let's say you have now you have gotten like 150 subscriptions. That doesn't mean that you have failed, though according to the high achieving mentality you have failed. Because according to the high achieving mentality, you're supposed to hit beyond the 200. Okay, minimum should be 200 going above, but then you have achieved 150. Now, yes, you have succeeded. To normal people you have succeeded, but to you, the high achieving person, you have failed. So if you had failure the other way of totally doing nothing, I'm sorry, this is not the kind of videos and content and understanding that I move through or I function through. And I also believe you're of the same kind, of the same tribe as me. We have the same understanding. Now, anytime you have not achieved or attained the results you thought you were supposed to achieve, and then this is your opportunity as a sign from the business that it is showing you that actually the wisdom you applied and the knowledge you applied wasn't of the quality that you were supposed to apply to achieve the results and beyond that you had said. So this is your opportunity to now go bigger, to have the highest quality of wisdom, attain more better wisdom that can really surpass whatever goal you had set. So if you see this thing truly, if you have understood this short thing, you can actually see that failure, one, you had it wrong. Two, because you had it wrong, the actions were also not of the real quality. And if these two are really not your real match, then most probably you really thought that you had failed, yet you had not failed. Okay, so the real failure is not the failure that the world has been telling us, but it is according to the results that we expect. Either way, we achieve the results so long as we take action. Yeah. So this takes me to the second step, whereby I'm going to show you good examples of these biggest innovators and creators that have applied this principle and have managed to attain this kind of success in the shortest time possible. Now, the first one we are seeing is Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison was one of the greatest business innovators and entrepreneurs who invented the light bulb, the man behind the light bulb. If you to actually, if you have been good in this realm for some time, you have come to know that there is this famous quote by Thomas Edison where he says that I've not failed 10,000 times, but I've found the 10,000 ways that do not work. The 10,000 ways that do not work. Like, the vision I'm trying to cast on your spirit is that what you see here is that there is a man who had to do so much big and a different innovation that the world has not seen, had never seen before. Yes, there were some people who were trying to work on the light bulb, but he's the man that made it to manifest. That only a man who has a different understanding of failing can manifest the results that they are supposed to manifest. And though different men had tried inventing the light bulb, it was only this man that had this kind of understanding that managed to manifest the results he was supposed to manifest. And so is you, because that way, one wise man said that the difference between a person who is a failure in life and a person who is a success in life is not that they don't face the same challenges, but the difference is that they view challenges differently. So the better you have your vision, the better your mind believes it so, and the better you can manifest it the way you ought. Yeah, this takes me to the second man, who is Rashid El Maktoum. Yeah, Sheikh Rashid El Maktoum, the man behind Dubai, the that great economy that you very well understand with me. So this great man, when you read in his book of Flashes of Thought, he talked about this idea of impossibility. And he said that in the UAE language, they don't know the word impossibility. Actually, he was saying that he is frustrated and annoyed by the man who invented the word impossibility. Like, how did he get the idea to bring the word impossibility known to people? And how did he even believe it to be the reality? And you see that through that kind of thought and pattern that he moved through, it was only him that had the capacity to change Dubai from a desert to a place where we can have fishing right now. This is something so disorganizing, something so annoying, that a man moved into a desert and made a desert one of the best places to have fishing. And truly, we know Dubai as one of the most hottest places. But if you can see how its economy is, if that kind of desert was in any other land without such kind of mines, then these areas wouldn't be transformed into such kind of habitats for people and for economies. And As I conclude, I want to conclude by telling you that Dubai, when you go back 60 years back, for some people who, if you can meet someone who is already 60 years, they can tell you that in their time, before they reach the age of 10, going backwards, Dubai was a desert. And right now, it is something totally different, something dangerously different. Dubai was a sand desert, only sand was covering the whole place. But now we have the greatest economy in Dubai. So, this is the opportunity that as you're into this land, that you're into cultivating of your business, this business of yours, you have to make the biggest achievements as possible, only if you can view these challenges the way you're supposed to achieve them. Yeah, Elisa Twasingo remains my name, and I truly love you so much. Take care. If you haven't subscribed, I truly don't know why. You're supposed to have subscribed. Yeah? Yeah, subscribe right now. Let our following grow together. And as we touch more lives in the comment section, please put in your question and I will respond to what your burden is as fast as possible. Take care.